listening to Kevin and the Spleen.
No one's gonna ever love me.
1098.5 Radio QWX for quick.
Bussin', no cap.
No cap.
Really smack you in the ass with flavor. There you go. This show is about depression, anxiety, PTSD, and chronic illness.
We going quick. We're trying to keep you on the path to the ride home on the evening time.
It's a fucking zoo.
Make it Quicks with the Quicks Radio.
White lives do not matter.
Thank you very much. White lives, they don't matter, folks. Folks, that's what brings us here today. Isn't that right? A shared set of beliefs in the meaningless of white life. Just a callousness, a reckless, a careless disregard. That is why we are here. And let us pray. I don't know. I realized when I started talking that I wasn't doing the voice, and so, I don't know. What's up, Kevin? How's it going?
Good. I missed us last week. I'm glad we're back.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna ask you before the show. Do you want to talk about what happened? Are you allowed? Is it allowed? Are you gonna get killed by the CIA?
No. We had a cooling system failure because a mouse got into our HVAC cooling system and fried a little $20 part that caused a massive amount of overheating within a few minutes because the one system thought the primary was working, our backup system didn't kick in because they didn't realize anything was broken, and our server that runs all of this overheated and fried a little tiny $2 part.
Yeah, well, if it's not getting cooled, it's gonna get real hot real fast. That's a little thing called, I don't know what it's called. I guess it's just, I don't know. You know, it would be interesting, and maybe you can speak more of this as some sort of science expert, but it would be interesting if there was computers that were hot, they were just cold computers,
That would be, you would win a Nobel Prize there if you could do that. So
yeah, because that seems to be such a problem that computers just generate heat. It's like, why not skip that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It
would be a world changing thing if we could do this. Like if they generated cold instead or something.
Oh, I'm not saying if they generate, that would be, yeah, you're right. That would be like if gas turned into money, or I don't know, or if money made gas, like if you could wring gas out of money or something, I don't know, it would be like, yeah, this is great. Like, who thought this could be possible? I mean, but yeah, I don't know. You know what we really need in these uncertain times, though, is a new AI company that wants to build an AI whose sole objective, Kevin, is to find the truth.
Okay.
What does that mean? Not important. Unclear.
Okay.
It's probably hasn't been defined in any meaningful sense. But that's what it's going to do. And here's how it's going to do that. It's going to look at Twitter, which is the biggest database of human interactions on the planet. This is so I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't think Twitter is. But people, Twitter, I don't know. Who knows how big Twitter is? It's not good though. But imagine if you had access to that data. Certainly you'd be able to determine the truth. Again, whatever the fuck that means. What? So okay, I do this thing, and Kevin can vouch for this, where I start talking about something and never actually explain what the fuck I'm talking about, and then I move on to the thing you would say after you start actually explaining what the fuck you're talking about. And so like I just always skip that step. And I'm not going to do that this time. Elon Musk wants to make a new AI company that makes an AI that can determine the truth, and I don't know. I feel like the idea behind that is like the cosmic truth, like not even like, I don't know. I think at first I was just being too generous and being like, okay, so it's trying to nail down every scientific law, like it's trying to determine the sum totality of scientific knowledge in the universe or something. Sure, okay, but the more I think about it, it's like find the truth. That doesn't seem like what it is. It seems like, oh, we're gonna build a bridge to God or something, like it's really metaphysical. I don't know. It's you know, it's Elon Musk who we talk about that guy too much, but you know, whatever. But
I don't think my take on somebody has reversed as quickly with anyone in the past as I felt with him.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's stupid because I very briefly, like back in the early back when PayPal was founded days, worked with him on something and thought he was a douche back then, you know. And
right.
Should have known that, like, hey, this guy that says he invented Tesla didn't, and you know, don't buy the hype, but I totally did. You know, I was like, this guy is an alien that's trapped on Earth and trying to bring us up to enough technology so he can leave the planet. You know, that was my little pet, not serious theory. And then now
my hope was like, hey, this guy could turn into some sort of real world Bruce Wayne or Tony Stark like guy who's like making things, and will that be good? You know, and it would be good if he wasn't an asshole. So I don't know. Let's be good faith here. Let's not, like, you know, jump to publicly vilify this person who, you know, it's hard being public. You know, I have a person who's become public. It's hard, you know, so it's like it's easy to not contribute to the crush of human violence that is, you know, an internet hate wave or something, you know. It's easy to not do that, and it can often be better to not do that. So early days I was like, you know, he's a rich guy, you don't need to give this guy more reasons to go down the wrong path. You know, he probably already is there, but yeah, pretty quick he lost the benefit of the doubt to me. But
did you see how
like, thinking that? Yeah, go ahead.
He posted this thing of like, hey, I'm going to give 1 million Dogecoin to anybody who can prove that my father owned an emerald mine. And then like his dad pipes up going, can I claim that? Because I've got proof. Yeah, that came out. That was kind of amusing.
It turns out that he went to America because this is the thing, man. I have empathy is it can be bad. And a thing about being privileged is I think you extend a lot of empathy unnecessarily to people who are more like you, or that you could put your shoes into more easily, you know, because in that news article, it was like, yeah, he was really sad after someone stole the expensive bike I bought him, which, you know, in real world, what that probably look like is, you know, a rich piece of shit or whatever. But that's not what you picture because you have empathy. You picture, oh, I've had things taken away from me. I can imagine me being a reasonable person with a nice new bike and someone stole it and being earnestly sad like a human being, you know, and then you extend empathy, and it's like, but then, you know, when you do that too much, you end up extending empathy to aggressors and predators as opposed to victims, because they tend to look more like you a lot of times because they do stuff. But Elon Musk is like, was that for me? But it's that aside, it's been a big shock just that he's like legitimately really stupid. Like, I thought that he was at least pretty smart, but the more, like, even a lot of like, I was like, sure, he went to college and stuff, but even a lot of that stuff, by like more kind of serious investigation, is like a lot of that was pretty much bullshit and lies too. Like I'm sure he went to college, but like he wasn't like this crazy genius. He wasn't in a physics program like he claims. So it's like he's not. None of the things that have created the image of him being smart have really borne out, and it's just really surprising how little intelligence is there. Like with this Twitter stuff, like. But then you have to weigh like how much of this is pettiness. You know, he's been giving like $8 checks to people without their consent, which I mean, I don't know. I'm a white male, whatever. It feels rapey to me. It's gross. It feels really gross. I guess it wouldn't be problematic to say it feels like a violation. You know, I don't think that would, you know, I'm not trying to make light of any of this stuff, but there's something really gross about it. And he's just running around like laughing about the fact that he's doing it to rich people despite them, and then earnestly in his mentions talking to David fucking Sachs and all these other like venture idiots or whatever the fuck who are saying like, if you think about it, actually, you know, Aubrey Plaza should give $10,000 to Twitter because that would be good for Miramax. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is incoherent nonsense. And then Elon Musk is like, yes, exactly. That's what I've been trying to say. It's like, without any irony, it's like, with a lot of this stuff, at first I was like, do they think we're stupid? And I think with this 8 thing, it's like, I think they're stupid. I think they really actually think there is some value there, because I think if it was a scam, there's just got to be a slightly better way to sell it. Like, you know, like it just seems the way they're selling it is like, what do you mean you won't pay $8 for this thing that marks you as a Nazi? like, what, you think you're better than me just because you don't want to consciously pay money to identify as a fucking raging transphobe? Like, it's okay. This wasn't even anything I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I don't think it's a scam. I honestly think he's just dumb. And like,
that's what I'm saying. Like I think he really thinks Twitter Blue has value that people aren't recognizing, which I used to think he was trying to just be like, you too can have this fake snake oil. But it's like, no, I think he likes it. Sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, like if he had said, hey, for like $50 as a one-time fee, we will verify that you actually are who you claim to be. And some human checks your driver's license on the Zoom call with you or whatever. That
right, because that would be a move that respects what the actual value of verification is, which is to know it's real, which is the only value it has, and and any side benefits that have come from that come because people falsely mistake the symbol for the thing it stands for. It's called like the crown. It's a logical fallacy. It's called like the crown fallacy or something. It's like you represent the symbol of the crown with like, it's like if I put on the crown, that wouldn't make me king. You know, it's a logical error. It's like, again, which is like all of these, everyone I don't like is always making logical fallacies. And that's the thing. Like if you're going around and your brain is doing things that generate false positives, like it's just got to be so crazy, and it makes you believe things that make me hate you. Like it just happens that the people who fall for these fallacies are very stupid and unlikable. Anyway, I want to move topics. Do you have any last things?
No, I'm satisfied with this.
Coming in hot. I was not expecting to say that. Okay, so Starburns Audio is dying. Is dead. Is dying. Is dead. So, you know, obviously, we never could have done this show without them. And you know, they were critical. I mean, Kevin, you could vouch for it. Like, you know, they were really critical to how we operated, you know, and how we even got started. Like it wouldn't have been possible without all the seed money from Starburst. Go ahead.
I don't want to downplay the assistance that, you know, Catherine there gave me in getting the shows posted and things like that.
Real people did real work.
Yes. She did a lot of work, and I credit her a lot for that.
Undeniably.
That is probably the nicest thing I can say.
Then that's why this is the last episode, because we simply can't operate without Starburns Audio. I wish the camera was on Kevin. Kevin had a pretty good reaction there. But yeah, so this is our last episode. No, I figured it would be good to just really, really quickly, I think most people know this, but whatever, explain that Starburns Audio is different than Starburns Industries. A long time ago, 4 or 5 people, including Dino and James Fino and Dan Harmon, got together and made Starburns Industries. I don't know why. Maybe to make more Laurel or something. I don't know. Unclear. I'm not. This isn't a great history lesson, but it is the one you're getting. And then Harmontown started, and Harmontown came with Dustin Marshall, who was Feral Audio. Dustin came from Earwolf. He was like a fired engineer at Earwolf. So if you've ever know about Cody or Brett or any of like these classic Earwolf engineers, like he was one of the earliest versions of those that I believe got fired. And he, had a pretty good mind for podcasts. I still really like his podcast tastes. I don't know what they're like now, but I think he had a real ear or whatever. And he got canceled for being really creepy and weird. I think he was harassing people and ultimately like broke into someone's house to be creepy. So I'm not trying to whitewash any of that, but I'm just saying that he worked with Harmontown to make Harmontown, and he was very instrumental in Harmontown, and Harmontown was a big part of Feral Audio, and Harmontown and Feral Audio worked well together, and it helped boost each other's profile. And Feral Audio was known for making all these special podcasts that were really indie and cool and represented this very unique kind of punk aesthetic that a lot of studios and stuff kind of wanted to capture, but I don't know if they really embodied it the same way, because they fundamentally weren't just one fucking freak, doing a podcast network. I don't know. And so eventually Feral Audio, I don't know how it happened, but I think there's these 2 guys, Jason Smith and this other guy, that eventually made a deal or something with Starburns and Dustin to turn Feral Audio into Starburns Audio, because there was already a lot of like corporate synergy and stuff. And so it's like, why not make it official? And these guys came in and they were like, they were corporate guys, and they're like, we can corporate it. And Jason Smith was one of those guys. You might know Jason Smith from Starburns Audio. So that's what turned it into Starburns Audio. They're not the same as Starburns Industries. They do not have entwined fates in any way. They go completely separate paths, other than the fact that Starburns Audio was effectively using a lot of resources of Starburns Industries, like their offices. It costs a ton of money to make an office. Why not just use these? We have empty space. I'm not like trying to complain or whatever, but that's how Starburns Audio exists. But it wasn't like, I don't think like Starburns Audio was like helping really pay the bills for Starburns Industries or whatever. So Starburns Audio, as far as I have no idea what I don't really talk to people too much at Starburns Industries, and I'm still friends with everyone. But so I don't know if they're doing well, but I think there are people that are like, is Starburns Industries going to close? And it's like, no, it's a completely different thing. After Jason passed, it's like that was his brainchild. Like I said, he was one of the 2 corporate guys. He carried it, and after Dustin got canceled, he was the head. And so without him, it's like, how do you really maintain this thing that was kind of a cult of personality of one person that was kind of taken and run with for a while? It's like it can't live forever. So just wanted to explain that. I don't know. This should be pretty clear to everybody, and maybe it was an interesting story. Yeah. Any questions, Kevin?
No. And just to be clear too, we're going to keep going after this with no changes. You're not going to have to resubscribe to the podcast.
Right.
But it does change anything.
Right. Well, I mean, it does change in key way. Starburns used to be the boss, and now you're the boss. And you know what that means? You're going to need to send that AI a request on how to unionize, because me and that AI are going to unionize, and you are going to have to start paying us. I think part of union means you have to like be getting paid, right? Like so. Okay. So me and the AI are gonna I'll make it come up with some demands. Well, I'll text you and you can make it come up with some demands.
Okay. All right.
We'll go. So I think that could be really good for us. If we, just as we're kind of kicking off on our own, it would be good branding to be like, we left Starburns and immediately unionized. We're the first unionized artificial intelligence in podcasting. Like I think that it would be huge. So I'll be seeing you in court.
To exploring that.
Yeah, I think that could be a lot of fun. Okay.
You and the AI can split the $4 we've made on advertising since the start of the podcast.
Well, that's the thing. Now that Starburns Audio is dead, are they not going to pay us for the ads we ran? Like, because they never pay us.
I have not gotten...
say that Starburns was embezzling? Again, audio, not industry. They're different. These are different things. It's completely different. They have no shared personnel. It's different. But
where
are we just not going to get that money?
Yeah, I don't know.
People stole money from us.
There are questions going back to the beginning of Harmontown where money has gone.
Yeah, it is. I'll tell you one thing. It's never gone to fucking me. I mean, it's not like I never got any money, but goddamn, if you could, whatever. I'm not. I mean, I am, but I'm not. What I wanted to really do, and we were supposed to do this early on in the show, and I forgot because, one time we had an episode with Jeff where we made a lot of drinks. We were making like the Major Melon drinks. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It was like Major Melon was like the earliest part of the podcast. Like one of the first things it was like episode 1 and also like episode 0, the one that we eventually released like way later or whatever. That one was also like Major Melon. So I thought what we should do is, this is episode 101. We just had our intensely successful episode 100. I don't know, whatever. Who cares? But I thought, as we move on into the new millennium, like Will Smith millennium, remember that? That was another thing we should add to the podcast is we need a soundboard where Will Smith goes, ha ha, ha ha, like we talked about in Harmontown.
Buttons for a soundboard with just no sounds programmed into it. So
yeah,
we could live that dream on the next episode.
I think when the timer runs out, when the timer hits 0, I think it needs to go haha, and it's like, well, Will Smith is laughing, which means it's time to go. I think that could be a lot of fun. But so soda's been a big part of the podcast, and as we've moved on into the new millennium, a big part of that for me has been Mountain Dew Pitch Black. It is a big part of my past and has come back in my present, which was my future. And in a lot of ways, Major Melon represents the past of the podcast and Pitch Black represents the future. And so I thought, what better way to kick off the new millennium, which is every 100 episodes will be classified as a millennium, I think, from now on. Comedy Bang Bang does hundos. We're going to do millenniums. But the best way to do that is we can mix the two sodas together and taste what that would be like. And coincidentally, Kevin, it seems like it should taste pretty good, doesn't it? Like, doesn't that seem on paper?
I think it will. I think it's going to be surprisingly good.
So I can't, the way my shit's rigged right now, I can't really do this on camera. So
let me grab mine.
But if you pay $5 a month, you'll get access to me pouring this. I think it's good to do jokes where we promise things that you could get if you pay us money. And you can't get those things. And in fact, you can't even pay us money. So I am pouring, I don't know.
Are we doing like a 50-50 mix?
I want to get like half and half. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to try and get like right under the label. But I just cleaned up my room really hardcore, and I'm feeling pretty jazzed on it. I can't wait to fill it up with new shit. So Kevin is pouring the Major Mountain, and we're just talking. We should really cut this out of the show. What else did I want to talk about? Let's see. Are the Nazis doing anything? I mean, they're getting check marks. We already talked about that. You know what people say on TikTok is $1 grillion, which is pretty funny. $1 grillion.
Combining the two, it still looks like Pitch Black, basically. At least the mix I made.
Yeah, it's Pitch Black. It verges a little bit closer to Supernova, if anyone remembers Supernova. But it's definitely Pitch Black. It's not Supernova colored. It just leans a bit heavily there, or a little bit more. So, have you mixed it up, Kevin? Are we going?
Yes. I've got mine mixed up here, and it looks very purpley.
All right, so I guess this is cheers to the new millennium. You know,
100 more, maybe
100,000. Going to be the first podcast that does 100,000 episodes.
Hey, that's actually not bad. It's an indescribable flavor, though. I think I don't know.
It's good, but it like cancels each other out. Like it kind of just tastes like sweet and sour and fruity, but with no specificity at all. It all is like nothing. That's so like weird.
Candy. I don't know. It's very, very sweet, and yeah, there's just nothing.
Mine is more grapey. I'll put more pink into it, but mine is more grape, but it just tastes like very, very muted grape. You get like a hint of the tang of the grape, and that's maybe it. I don't know. I like it. I think, okay, so one of the problems with Major Melon is I don't think it's sour enough. And Pitch Black, I think, could be more sour, but together they're kind of like a nice sour. I don't know. Maybe doesn't make sense because they're both not super sour, and I both wish they were more sour. So how could they together be more sour, right?
Yeah. Like it would probably taste like throwing in a little bit of squirt or something like that into there to add that tang back to it.
So just like the next 100 episodes, you say this brew is clearly missing something. Can't say I disagree. Well, let's sip on this for the rest of the show or not. I don't know. How are we doing on time? We got 42 minutes. How many minutes do we start with? 75 minutes?
Yeah. We were a little late today because I messed up, but yeah, we're
it's like 33 minutes. Remember the other day, the thing is, we did a show before you remember episode 99, we tried a bunch of shit. We tried soda and shit. We tried butter soda. And I came home one day and my whole fucking room smelled like dirty diapers. And you might remember that Ariel very confidently declared that the butter soda tasted like dirty diapers. And I didn't really know what she was talking about. I kind of got it because it did kind of taste like that, but not really. I mean, I don't know. But then going into my room would be like, what could possibly... Because there's foul smells that I've come to expect from my room. Don't get me wrong, but they are all identifiable. You know, like there's like cat food, there's cat vomit. You know, like there's me. I can smell me sometimes in the room. Like, you know, but this was dirty diapers. Like I don't have dirty diapers. It's not even a smell I've smelled in years. You know, I'm not around babies or anything, and so I was like sniffing around, and the only thing that was like anywhere was this empty bottle of the fucking butter soda. And I was like, oh man, Ariel really nailed it.
She does have the most amazing sense of smell of anyone I've ever met. Like,
yeah, my sense of smell is bad. I'm surprised she didn't get it. Hasn't been like killed by COVID. She's got it back, huh?
Yeah. No, she can pick up the tiniest hints of a spice and tasting things and stuff like that is completely lost on me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard because, like, I don't know. It's hard because it's just hard to come up with ideas on your own. Because you kind of like taste something, and you're like, what does this taste like? And then you go like, I'm not sure. Huh. Is it cumin? Is it oregano? Don't think so. But it's like, if you can't like think of something, like it becomes hard to like seize on it. Like there's a lot of like, I don't know. What do you call it? Placebo effect or like consciousness that goes into tasting. Well, like mental expectations and stuff. Okay, Kevin. Okay, Kevin. You know, I've talked about this a little bit, but I could be a little bit of Karen, you know. I've talked about the Arby's story. I've talked about some of the bad reviews. Remember some of the bad reviews I've left on Yelp? This is another bad review I left on Yelp. I was at Chipotle, and I've been getting pissed off at this Chipotle. This is the Chipotle I go to, but I've been getting butthurt about it because they never have more than 2 people that are actually making burritos, and it's almost always one person that's making burritos. And sure, most of the time you can have one person. It's fine. That's fine. But you need like a button or a walkie-talkie or something that when you need help, you got to ask for help. Like there's got to be people that are looking to see, oh, this person maybe needs help. You know, like you can't just have one person working the whole thing, the line goes out the door. It's like once it starts to pile up, it's like get some help, get the line back down, and then you can leave and come back later maybe. But it's just, this has been a problem where the lines have been getting longer and longer. So I go one day, it's like Thursday, Wednesday or something, like right in the middle of lunch rush. And I get there and the line is not very long, but the line just does not move because there's only one person working the whole thing. And they're doing everything. They're checking out. They're also building burritos. Usually you have kind of like a 3-person assembly line. You have someone that's like heating the tortilla and adding like rice or something. And then like the person that adds like the vegetables. And then you have like the person that actually checks out. That's like 3 people. And so if one person does all those jobs, it just takes a lot longer. And so the line's not bad when I get there. But the line is barely moving and it's just getting longer and longer and longer. And I'm like, what the fuck? And so I'm like there for like literally like 10 minutes before I'm getting to the front of the line. And I'm like, this is crazy. And so I leave a review because, again, this is a story about me being a Karen. I'm in line at the Chipotle being like, hey, like, if Chipotle doesn't want to serve food to people, maybe just shut down. But hey, if you're interested in continuing to operate as a business, consider having employees serving and making the food that your company exists to do. Like I don't understand why every time I come to this place, there is one person making burritos. If you're lucky, there's a second person working the fucking mobile order queue, but that's it. Are there no one in the building? I see other people. It seems like 7 people are cutting steaks. Maybe one person cutting steaks can help. Maybe a manager can help. Maybe you could hire more people. I don't know. Maybe Chipotle can't afford to hire one human being. So like that was more or less the substance of my review. And so I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. And about 7 minutes later, 4 people fly out of the back and join the line and start helping. And the line clears in like minutes. The whole line goes. And I'm like, this has to be because the Yelp review I just left. Like it wasn't so fast that it was a coincidence, right? Like, at any second, it would make perfect sense for another person to show up and start helping, but that just didn't happen for a good 20 minutes. But like clearly long enough for like some idiot whose job is maybe to check Yelp reviews, like a lot of assistant managers or managers at restaurants seem to do. Like I've seen this happen. People can get really obsessed with looking at their reviews and stuff. I think that someone saw it and was like, oh, fuck. It was like, and then came out of the back room. And so like, I don't know. And then I felt really bad because, reviews are they can be really bad for restaurants or whatever. Maybe not so much Chipotle, but hey, I don't know. Maybe they can get in trouble from their bosses. I don't know. And so I deleted the review, but I really think, don't you think that it was the review? Don't you think? Go ahead.
Probably, yeah. And I think that would be worth $8 a month if Yelp would give you a feature where your review would immediately go to the on-duty manager of the place. I would pay $8 for that.
It's the Karen check mark. You get a check mark that's like the Karen haircut. I think could be really good. Become a Karen Blue today. Karen verified. Get Karen fight today. I don't know. We'll get there. We're smarter than Elon Musk is the point. What else? We talked about the D&D movie. Did you ever see it?
Not yet. I want to as soon as I can though.
Yeah. Okay, so I watched a shitty pirate rip of the Mario movie. And it cut out before the ending. But I thought, I don't know. I want to say it sucked because it was disappointing, but I was expecting it to be disappointing. But honestly, it was like fine. But like it really pissed me off. Like the stuff just bugged me that I didn't like about it. I don't know. It just, here's the thing, man. I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's for little kids or whatever. But the movie starts with the commercial that we've seen in the trailers, the plumber commercial. Oh, we're the plumbers. And then they're in an Italian restaurant watching that commercial playing on the TV. And just some character that is like a bigger version of Mario is just like, you ain't gonna be nothing, man. You're just a loser. And then they're like, but we're plumbers. And they're like, you're not a plumber. You could never be a plumber. As if like plumbing is something that was widely considered to be hard, or, you know, I mean, not, you know, whatever. You know, just like the idea that someone's like impugning your plumbing skills is not relatable. And then, so then I think they go out on a plumbing job, and the plumbing job is just a little quick farce scene, like visual comedy, physical comedy, because the joke is that there's just a dog that's attacking them. It's the fucking dog from Up. It's like, it's, you know, the big dumb like golden retriever dog from Up. It's like, it just looks like that guy but pissed, and he's just like, and they're just like trying not to get eaten by a dog. And it's like, oh great, yeah, Mario, perfect. This is the Mario, this is everything. This is the Mario movie I want, is two guys running from a dog and hiding in a shower to hide from a dog. And they end up blowing up the person's house because there's like, I'm not super clear, but it's either their fault because they did something to the plumbing, or there's something weird going on with the plumbing. I think it's maybe the latter. And then they go home after doing a bad job, and they eat with this giant family. They have a large, extended Italian family of people that just kind of vaguely a little bit look like Mario, but just like, whatever, just like 7 or 8 people. And they're sitting down, they're eating pasta, and then Mario's like, oh no, I don't like mushrooms. And it's like, great, what a great, I'm glad we had to see everything we've been seeing so far. All of this is great use of screen time, you know. And then they learn that there's a big plumbing emergency with the city, and then they go and investigate it, and they get teleported to the Mushroom Kingdom. And there's a point where they're just walking through the dungeon of plumbing, and then they go through the portal or whatever the fuck, and they're in the Mushroom Kingdom. And I'm like, start the movie here. Now this is a great way to start a movie. They're plumbing, and it turns out the world of plumbing is way crazier and dungeon-esque than they ever could imagine. It's very strange and unexplainable, leading up to getting sucked through a portal to another world. Like, that's cool. That's fine. But like, why do I care that Mario is being bullied because no one believes he could be a plumber? Like, what does that have to do with anything? And so then you're there in the Mario world, and it's like, and I just like, I was so mad and like confused and like, why are we doing any of this? And that like, I was just pissed watching the whole rest of the movie. And I was trying really hard to like put it aside and to take the movie on its own merits, but I was having a really hard time doing that. But once it starts, once you're in the Mushroom Kingdom, they start having fun. You're doing action set pieces, doing stupid jokes, doing predictable stuff. And it's fun. It's Mario. It's like you're doing the thing. You're doing the Mario movie. And it's like, but I'm still thinking about how fucking weird. Why was there a dog for 5 minutes? Like, what? Why is this? And so, like, if they just started, I feel like it made a chip on my shoulder for the whole movie for no reason. And it kind of centers around one of the controversies of the movie, which is like Mario being from the city, you know? Like, so it's like, oh, we gotta have him be bullied and see his extended family. Like, otherwise it wouldn't be a Mario movie. It's like, no, fucking just say he lives in Mushroom Kingdom. You could have all those scenes take place in Mushroom Kingdom. They would make the same exact fucking sense, and the movie would make as much sense, but you wouldn't make it, just wouldn't be confusing. And then at the end of the movie, they end up like, the real world becomes in danger, you know? And so it's like, oh shit, we're out of the Mushroom Kingdom and now in New York City, and now the bully is now afraid of the bad guy, and now my family who we saw, and my dad who never thought I could be a plumber, now he's in trouble. And it does not feel earned at all. It's like, this doesn't care. I don't care more about this than I do Mushroom Kingdom. Like, it's not getting me anything. And then again, it cut off. So if there was any, they brought the family back, you know, to put them in peril. But if there was any other bigger, you know, full circle moments that happened after that point, I would have missed those. But at the end of it, I was like, this was okay, but it really could have, if they just didn't start it that way, they would have earned themselves a lot more time that they could have used to make the emotional arcs feel a lot better without really losing any like speed of the movie's like pacing. And it would have had a good emotional story, and then it would have been fucking amazing. like Sonic. Like Sonic was great because it had a really good emotional core, and Mario doesn't. Like Mario is like, he commiserates for 2 seconds with Donkey Kong because Donkey Kong's dad also doesn't think he can be a plumber. I mean, not really, but like Donkey Kong's dad also like doesn't take him seriously, and so they're like, oh, it sucks. And they say that, and that's the only time it ever comes back, unless again it comes back at the end after I stop watching. But like, it never comes back. So it's like they're not even trying, you know. Whatever. Watch John Wick. John Wick was awesome. I think I like it more than other people did. I said it was. I think it's a movie about Hollywood, because I think it's about unionization in Hollywood not getting paid enough. Because a big plot is there's these. Okay, so the movie follows 3 characters: John Wick, and then these 2 new kind of assassins. One's a black guy with a dog, and one's an Asian guy who's blind. And they're kind of the 3 protagonists, and it's like, are they gonna kill each other? Are they gonna team up? You know, that's kind of the tension of the movie. And so the black guy has often been in a position to kill John Wick, who has a bounty on his head, but he's convinced he could get more money than the bounty. So he's calling up the high table and saying, like, you got to pay me $20 million. You got to pay me $20 million up front and $20 million after the job, and I'll kill John Wick. And it's really clear it's not bullshit. Like, he would have killed him easily. He had a million sniper headshots on him throughout the whole film. So it's not bullshit, you know. And then the whole movie, the high table guy's like, no, I'm not, well, you're not worth that. It's not worth that. I'm not paying you 40 million to kill John Wick. But it's like, it's the high table. They have these giant dungeons where they mint coins with these big buff guys pulling these big chains of molten lava in these vats, these big metal vats. They have all these, they have tons of continental hotels, which they say are worth like hundreds of millions of dollars, more than 20 million. We'll come back to that. You know, there's other assassins who also have bounties on their heads that John Wick has killed, and those bounties total up more than $40 million. So it's like everywhere, and also just in the real world, Keanu Reeves made $15 million to do John Wick 4. You know, it's like these amounts of money feel very specific. So it's like, basically, you know, surprise, surprise, the good guys win. And so it becomes clear that if the guy just paid the black guy the money, he would have killed John Wick and the movie would be over and the high table would have won. You know, the bad guys would have won. And they have the money. They're an Illuminati. They control the whole fucking universe. Like, and they've spent more than that money anyway, like in trying to kill John Wick. And so it's like, why are you just paying this guy to solve your problems? That's the whole reason you died, is because you didn't pay this guy what he's worth as a real assassin, arguably the only assassin that could have killed John Wick if you just paid him what he was worth. And as a result, the whole Illuminati is like, you know, undermined or whatever. And it just felt like very political. It's like, again, when you're dealing with like paying real people, like Hollywood, I'm paying a Hollywood star $20 million, but I'm not going to pay $40 million to kill the person that will undermine the entire world government. You know, it just felt very, very pointed. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too far into that, but it felt like such a specific amount. Like movies get made for $20 and $40 million, you know, like, I don't know. I don't know. And it's just because it's the government. Like, they have that money. They spend that money all the time. You buy one jet with that money, you know, I don't know. Do I have any last minute? We want to try some Kit Kats, I think, but I want to see if I have any last minute shit to talk about. Oh, I just got this bad Coke. You ever have bad Coke, Kevin? I got this Coke from the 7-Eleven. It's not expired. It was sealed, but it's like fermented. It tastes off. It has a taste of burning like alcohol does. It has a sour sniff to it. I've only taken a couple sips because it was so off that I don't want to drink the whole thing because it's really fucked up. But I don't even know how that happens. It's sealed. So how does a sealed Coke ferment? I'm keeping this because I'm gonna carry out on Coca-Cola and see if I can get some free Coke. But I am just like, I don't know. They should know that this batch number is fermenting or something. I'm sure they already know, but whatever. Like maybe 1 in 10 people I've said this to know exactly what I'm talking about, and everyone else looks like I'm crazy. But do you ever get a Coke that kind of tastes like peanut butter? Like the flavor profile is just completely different, and it kind of has this like nutty
not Coke at all flavor to it. It's super rare, but like I've every so often opened a bottle up and went, wow, this is not the same thing.
I don't think so. I feel like maybe I've had a nutty smell like you're describing, but I don't think peanut. Like I think it would have been like just kind of like a general kind of like toasted flour nuttiness or something, which is nutty, but not like a distinct nut, you know? But I don't know. That's so strange. Have you Googled that? Have you seen if anyone else has ever experienced this?
No, but I'm going to do that right after the show. That's a good point. I wonder if this is like a widespread thing or if I'm just completely crazy. And I don't know if it's just me being different, but like there have been times where like a specific can, like from a different pack, I'm like, yeah, this one tastes like this. And I could pick that one out in a blind taste test, you know?
Yeah.
But other people were like, no, it tastes completely normal to me.
Yeah, it's strange. I don't know. Okay, so we're going to try some Kit Kats, but let me just read one email because people have been sending us emails, and please continue to send us emails. That happens pod@gmail.com. You know, I solicited emails and you sent them, and I haven't read them like I told you I will. But we will. I was hoping to get to more, but we're a little short on time. So I'm just going to read this one by Paul, who says, "What's happening? Hey guys, loving the show from here in post-Brexit, post-prosperity, England. It's one of the few ways I keep up with the news anymore, so keep the rants coming. What do you think of the AI 6-month break letter? Seems ridiculous. And on that note, I hope you cover all the highlights of April Fool's Day on the next app. Are there any good April Fool's highlights that you remember, Kevin? There's the Sonic Got Murdered one. That was really good, but that's the only one. No, they made a real game. It's like a fun game.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
the
know.
best.
This year, really, there wasn't that much. I don't think.
Yeah. The 6-month AI break is a very transparent attempt for competitors to try and make up lost time. It's very funny. Yeah, I think that was an Elon Musk thing too, right? Love to hear your podcast recommendations and reviews. Have you listened to 3 Bean Salad or Random Movie Generator? No, I have not. I'll look up 3 Bean Salad, but not Random Movie Generator. Keep on keeping on. He wants me to search. Okay, so search APFROD on music streaming platforms. Oh, and I'd love to know how you pronounce that. I'd say to AppFraud. APFROD. So if you want to see their music and let me know if it's worth doing anything at all ever again. Well, I'm not going to do that. Maybe you guys can listen and tell him, but I feel like that's too much pressure to put on me, and I resent that. So I'm not going to do that, but I respect the attempt. All right. And we'll do something better later. What's up? We got Ariel on screen. Holy shit. I was not looking. I was looking at the emails. What's up, Ariel? How's it going?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Let me grab these Kit Kats real quick.
So she wasn't here when we were doing the Pitch Black Major Melon mix. So I want, with her super taste buds, try this and tell us what you think. She doesn't know what we said.
We're just I don't know.
You said Code Red.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, Code Red tastes so much more like Mountain Dew than most of the other flavors. Like most of the other flavors are like mostly the other flavor, but Code Red is like mostly Mountain Dew, and then it's got like some Code Red syrup in it, you know? I don't know. Okay, so I got these Kit Kats. Do you guys have Kit Kats?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're actually going to play a fun little game. Or not, I don't know. This sucks and I hate myself. I'm going to die.
Random.
So we're going to take different ones. We're not going to take the same one because we found out that they're just completely random and we can't guarantee we have them. So we're going to take one and we're going to take turns. You have to taste it. You have to describe the flavor. You have to describe who the flavor would be best for.
Ooh.
Just in the world, out of everyone in the world, who you think would like it the most, and you have to describe what's the worst that could happen from this flavor. Like, what's the worst that the flavor could do? Like,
what do you mean?
Who would it hurt the worst? Like, kryptonite. If Superman ate a kryptonite Kit Kat, that would probably be the worst. You know, so like We'll figure it out. I think that part of the game might have to fall away. I don't know if that one's fully thought out, but that's the idea. Do you guys have any?
Yeah, we're trying
plans?
to figure out.
Are you guys doing anything
we're-
after this?
We're
Do you want to
gonna
hang
go at
out?
this blindly. We're gonna no.
Okay.
We're gonna do it
Okay.
blindly.
Well, some of them we don't know what they are, which is the
Yeah,
problem. But
so-
okay, that's fine. If you
Well,
wanna just
that's the
grab
thing is that's why we're describing the flavors because we don't know what they
Okay.
are, and we
them.
can't tell what each other is tasting. Like that's not. Yeah.
All right.
So who's gonna go first? If you need help, I could go.
Why
first
don't you go first to
start
show
it.
us exactly how you're picturing this?
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
we'll imitate.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
So I got this one. It's got like a little guy that's doing the kind of like bowing emoji, and he's sweating.
Okay.
And it's black with white text. I don't know what it is. So it's maybe a slightly darker color. Tasting it, just kind of a pretty bitter. It's bitter beyond dark chocolate.
Is it almost like an unsweetened
Yeah,
or semi-sweet?
yeah. It honestly might be unsweetened, but I think it's semi-sweet. Okay, so this is very much, like a dark chocolate, like a chocolate chip, like a semi-sweet or less than sweet flavor. Has a little bit of grittiness. I don't think it has coffee flavor. I think this would be perfect for Barack Obama, because he's working hard, and sometimes you're drifting, and you just need a little bit of focus. And I think the kind of like the bitterness with the energy, I think that's what Barack needs to like power through to the next, Netflix series, or I don't know what he's doing,
Yeah.
And I think the worst thing that could happen with this is if a man was trying to catch a frisbee on a cliff and you threw this at him and it hit him in the eye, I think he would fall off the cliff. So that's how the game is played.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
And
Right, we can.
I'm
do
an
this.
expert.
All right. You want to
So-
pick one?
Oh, I think it's made hot chocolate. I think there's like hot chocolate powder in here or something.
Ooh.
Okay. That sounds
Yeah.
pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it is. It actually is really good.
Okay. So she's picked one that's yellow. Are those hazelnuts on there?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think this is hazelnut.
Oh, I have that one. Cool.
Okay. Do you want to compare our feelings on this then? If you have the same one?
I'm stoned. This should be fun.
Well, I'll just judge you guys silently, but yes.
Perfect.
All right.
I love to be judged silently.
Well, this is
Silence
white.
is great for a podcast.
I wasn't
So I'll judge silently. It'll be great.
expecting white.
Yeah.
Definitely smells like hazelnut.
Yeah,
Like,
it does.
okay.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
You giving it a tasty taste?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is a good white chocolate with some.
Very hint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very hint.
Mm-hmm. It's a very subtle flavor. It's
Hmm.
creamy.
Really.
Yeah, it's very milky.
That would be good in tea.
Yes,
Mhm.
it would. It would.
Oh, yeah. Pour some Earl Grey. I don't know
Yeah.
what tea
Yeah.
is good.
I love
I'm not a tea guy. Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell you a quick story. Oh, yeah, chamomile. I don't like chamomile.
All right.
No.
Who would appreciate this? the
Okay.
most? Who would use this?
Queen Elizabeth.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
At a fancy party,
Okay.
like
Yeah, she would give this out to people.
Oh, you give it a yeah.
You'd stir her tea with it. Okay, and then and like a thing that would happen to somebody.
a bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
The worst thing. And if it happened to the queen, that would be good for us.
Yeah. Okay. So she, well, obviously she would choke on it. Like that would be the worst thing. Like she would just choke on it.
Right. She'd be serving them at the party like you suggested. And
she
they'd be
would drink
going
the
over
rest
so
of her
well.
cup and forget about
Yeah.
it because she's old.
It would be going so great until she drank the rest of her cup and forgot about it because she was old and
Yeah.
swallowed. Well, didn't swallow. The opposite of swallow. Choked.
Yeah.
She choked.
Choked.
She chokes on the Kit Kat, dies. Then now that's how you get King Charles or whatever, right? Is that his name?
Right. Maybe that is what happened.
Yeah. That's probably what happened.
Yeah.
I like that. Well, you get 3 points.
Wow. Okay.
This is
I don't know how this game works, but we'll find out if
Chuck
that's
E. Cheese. We're racking them up. I'm gonna save mine to get the prize at the end, which is all
Gotta
these
be a good
Kit
one.
Kats.
I just want a spider ring, I always go for those spider
All
rings.
these Kit Kats.
So
Actually, I would go for the little cheap candies. I just want to tell
who
a quick
won that
story.
one? That round.
I won. No,
You won?
well, 3 points. It's about points. 3 points.
Okay. All right. We're giving you 3 points.
But okay, so
Perfect.
okay, so but Kevin, wait. So quick story. I went to church. I used to go to church. I was a God-fearing man. And we used to have, cookies and stuff at the church to get people to come. Why would you come if there wasn't cookies and coffee and stuff? And sometimes the cookies would suck, but it was okay if the cookies sucked because there was always creamers. They have the little like cups, the little disposable cups that you like. I don't know what you call it, like one little dose of cream, one cream. Like I don't know, the disposable coffee mate creamers, and one of them was hazelnut, and they were just so sweet, and it tastes exactly like that candy, just like this gross, sickening, absolutely artificial, fake as hell hazelnut flavor, just really sweet, really, really strong. So, if you like that, maybe try hazelnut flavored coffee mate sweetener,
You're right. That does taste like coffee creamer. That's uncanny, actually.
Yeah, it's like the exact flavor.
That's why I think I said it would go good with tea.
No, that's the thing. It really feels like this kind of like high tea sort of dainty biscuit,
Yeah.
It probably would qualify as a biscuit for those fucking Brits, those freaks, those cookie hating fucks. Okay, it's Kevin's turn. Kevin,
Okay.
it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna
Blindly pick.
blindly pick.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, this is kind of, it's gonna be hard not to duplicate the last answer, but this is milk tea flavored. It says smile on it.
Well,
Do you have that one?
the most important rule is that you can't repeat the answers. So you can't be
Okay.
the queen.
This even looks the same.
Let's see. I don't think I have this one.
He's out.
Okay. I think he's out. Okay. All right. All right. I think he's out. All right. Let's try this.
Yeah, I don't have it.
This is lemony, maybe fruity.
I'm definitely getting a hint of citrus somewhere in there.
It's like a
interesting.
citrusy tea flavor.
It's like green tea.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but not a strong,
Whoa.
not like a harsh green.
No,
like
not a harsh green.
It's almost like a fruity.
It's like
floral tea.
orange green.
I think I've had like a citrus infused tea. I don't know how they
This is
do that.
good.
Maybe with
Yeah.
like dried orange peel or
Mhm.
something. But yeah, I kind of get what you're saying.
All right. So I see this as like a Detroit beat cop on a rainy morning, sipping this in a police car while watching the rain fall down the windshield of his patrol car while he's on a break.
Yeah. He shot his last partner for making fun of him for eating that kind of Kit Kat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, again, that's the worst thing that would happen right there is that actually, like, while he was eating that, police brutality occurs.
Oh no.
Against him?
Anyone.
Cop
at
on
this
cop
point.
violence.
Oh my
happens.
God.
Yeah.
And he was 3 days away from retirement.
You're saying every line of I'm thinking it, yes.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
So yeah, that's what happens. Like, he's sitting in his patrol car watching the rain, like I'm picturing like from The Crow, Ernie Hudson's character, he's got the little baggie over his hat and everything. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm too old for this. And he's sitting there sipping this in his car. And his partners made fun of him for not drinking black coffee for the last time. And they didn't do a fight. And one of them ends up killing the other one.
Yeah. Okay. So you're not going to get 3 points from that, but you are going to get a silver medallion. And you can redeem that later for immunity. So that can come into play later. But it looks like I'm calculating the scores, and it looks like it's going to come down to the lightning round, I'm afraid. So are you guys ready for the lightning round?
Yes.
Okay. So the lightning round, you'll have to answer a question as quick as possible. As quick as possible. That's why it's the lightning round.
Okay.
I will say your name and then ask the question, and then you have to answer it really quick. Okay?
Okay.
So this is the lightning round. So the question is, what is the flavor of lightning? Kevin.
Oh, it's blue. It's like blue raspberry, I think, but strong and a little bit harsh, and a little bit sour.
Okay. All right. Ariel, your question is also, what's the flavor of lightning?
Fireball.
Okay. And Spencer, your question, what is the flavor of lightning? I think it tastes like sand with a hint of smoke and dried oregano. Okay. So Kevin, go to the bad Discord and ask who won. Find out who won.
Okay.
But just the lightning round. It's the other points don't matter. It all comes down to lightning round. So just based off our answers in the lightning round, we'll see who won. So I don't know. What do you guys think of this Kit Kat bar game? I think I am pitching it to Netflix. So if you have any notes, let me know.
All right. So we've got 3 votes for Ariel now, 4 votes for Ariel now, 2 for me.
Sure. Okay. So what you're saying is the bad Discord didn't vote for me. That's very interesting.
No, 1 vote for you now.
No.
Okay,
I'm
so
kidding.
it's 4 for Ariel, 2 for me.
I actually did an intentionally bad answer so no one would vote for me. That's actually what I was doing. Sand? Are you kidding me? You think a genius like this would just come up with sand unironically? Come on. And I'm a dungeon master, for Christ's sakes. That is true, but when I say it like I'm begging the question, it makes it sound,
As you were reading that, I thought that sounded like a D&D like description.
Well, that's what you would taste, because you would turn to sand, like if you got struck by lightning, and it would be smoke. So that's smart. That's like what it would really taste like. So I thought that was a good answer.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Ariel would be a good dungeon master then.
So we also got 1 vote for Rob Schraub and 2 votes for Uki from Chalk Feature Theater.
Okay. Yeah. Uki's
and 1 for
bad.
Abed.
Yeah, Abed. Abed wins the award for the Heart of a Champion, which is an award from Doughboys. Do I have anything else? Okay. So we're gonna run out of time here, you guys. But we like to talk about TikTok. Are you on TikTok, Ariel? Do you look at TikToks?
Yeah, I am actually on TikTok. I do like a little bit of TikToking. I'm not like super into it. I just like to watch the videos mostly. I get a lot of my news on there, believe it or not. It's I'm really into conspiracy theories, so like there's a lot of things on there that aren't censored, and I like it.
Yeah, there's a lot of conspiracy stuff on TikTok. I mean, you could just watch a lot of videos. I've been watching these craftsman videos, these like Chinese craftsmen making stuff. It's cool. But we like to we have a little bit of a TikTok beat on the podcast. So I like to tell you what's been happening in TikTok, because it's very strange. And if you're not there, you don't know. You maybe know about this, Ariel. There's a trend on TikTok. I don't know exactly how it got started, but the trend is to compliment someone, usually a girl or a woman or otherwise femme presenting person. And then to follow up the compliment by asking them if they have some sort of debilitating mental health condition or other health condition. So the original example was, nice shoes. Are you disabled? I believe. And I think that spawned it. So now people say like, oh, I love your smile. Do you have hip dysplasia or whatever? Oh my God, you have such a beautiful voice. Are you autistic or something? So that is the trend on TikTok. So Ariel, I just tell people what's happening on TikTok. Have you ever seen people do that in the comments?
I like it. I think it's a good thing. I think everyone should kind of know is trending right now and going on, and it keeps people informed. So yeah.
Yeah, I like informing people. I mean, that's why I got on. Well, that's not why I got on Twitter. I got on Twitter because I had stupid ideas that I could never tell anyone, and I didn't think to text people them because they weren't good enough ideas.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, I could just tweet them. And then I got on Twitter. But since then, I've mostly used Twitter to try and inform people on stuff that when I learn about it, and I'm like, everyone needs to know this. And so I tweet it, And so I know what you mean. That's what I like to do. I like to inform, and hopefully we've done that. You weren't here, Ariel, but we informed the show about the history of Starburns today. So it was a lot of fun.
Yes.
Starburns audio just died. Ariel, are you aware of this?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Well, they did. And I wanted to make a little tribute to them. But before we get into that, I guess we got to actually do the end of show shit. So what's up, Kevin? What do we got?
So if you're watching this live on SchrobHomeVideo.com, coming up next is Video Apocalypse and Real Life Sci-Fi, and then Callie Kazoo's 100th episode special that has been delayed for a couple weeks, but it's going to show tonight.
100th episode, huh? How embarrassing to not have done that by now, It's like, I can't, you haven't gotten 100 episodes yet. Like, what? I have 101. I mean, it's not hard, Anyway, but thanks so much, Ariel. It's always fun to talk to you. We have more Kit Kats to get through, so maybe you can come back some more. And we can, I don't know, or maybe we could do some other fun thing, like try and smoke salvia on the podcast, or
yeah, that'd be fun. No, I'm just kidding. We're actually coming to California on Monday, so.
Right, yeah.
Try some of that hot chicken you've been talking about.
Yeah, man, you got to check it out. And if you guys want to see Kevin and Ariel, tickets will be available at harmontown.com. Tour dates available are on the site. So check that out. But that's going to do it for us. Until next time, I'm Spoon Man, Mike Mitchell, the Spencer, the Crittenden. I'm Burger Boy Nick Weiger. Starburns audio died, and I just wanted to, give him a nice little send off. People were saying like, "Oh, Spencer, you should do more parody songs," and maybe I'll do more parody songs. But it's not a parody. It's solemn. I did change a couple of the lyrics because I wanted it to be personal. Because otherwise, it's just like getting someone a fucking greeting card and not writing anything in it. It's like, but it's serious, and I hope I pulled up Siri on accident, but I hope it, sends the proper spirit of reverence and solemnity that we've all. I don't know how to say this anymore. Do it, Kevin. Just play it.
Okay, sorry, I just tweeted up. And for those of you that are just listening to this is better.
Yes.
I think online. Go to thathappenspod.com and watch this, because this may not make it's going to be great either way. But
no, you're right. And the last song I did, it's also better if you watch the video, which is also available on That Happens. So the episode 100 and episode 101 or whatever, both of them, check them out on the website. Watch the video. It's funnier. It's not funny. It's not a laughing matter. A podcast network is dead, Kevin. All right. Okay, see ya.
See you next week, everybody.
Quando sono solo sogno l'orizzonte, manca le parole. Sì, lo so, c'è luce, non tanto quadro podcastole. Se non ci sei tu con me su le finestre. Mostrati di mercurio che ha acceso, chiudi contro me la luce che hai podcasto per strada. time to say goodbye to Starburns. It's been a ride. Venuto e vissuto con te. Adesso si vivo con te. Podcasto su navi per mari che io lo so. No, non esistono più. It's time to say goodbye. Quando sei lontana sogno l'orizzonte, manca le parole. E io sì lo so che sei con me. Tu Dustin Marshall, tu sei qui con me. Mio network, tu sei qui con me. Time to say goodbye to Starburns. It's been a ride. Venuto e vissuto con te. Adesso sì li vivo con te. Podcasto su navi per mari che io lo so. No, non esistono più. Con te io li rivivrò con te. Podcasto su navi per mari che io lo so. Non esistono più. Con te io li